Hello and welcome back to One North Maine, BCA's magazine show. I'm your host, Eamon Convey. We have another amazing episode for you. We've gone a ton of places and we want to show them all to you. We're going to start off with the annual Veterans Day Parade, and afterwards there was a ceremony at City Hall, very touching. BCA and One North Maine would like to thank all of our past, present, and future veterans for your service. We greatly appreciate it. Moving right along, we have the 100th anniversary of the Greek Orthodox Church, and His Eminence Metropolitan Methodios was in attendance. Very big event. A Massasoit Community College student named Cameron organized a scavenger hunt with the help of the Wildlands Trust. That's a great segment. Jay Miller takes us to a project called Operation Warm, happening right here in the City of Champions. And we're over to the Council on Aging for the annual Vets Breakfast. Again, one of the best events happening here in Brockton. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds from the City of Champions right here on One North Maine. Well, the annual Veterans Day Parade here in the City of Champions was a success. Mayor Bill Carpenter spoke. We heard some words from Stephen Lynch as well. Many elected officials in attendance to salute our veterans of past, present, and future conflicts. And again, BCA and One North Maine would just like to extend their greatest appreciation for our military veterans, again, past, present, future. We sincerely appreciate your defense of all that we love. Let's go into the downtown area of Brockton and check out this year's Veterans Day Parade.
The men and women of our armed forces and their families, active and retired, at home and overseas. Defend them, we pray, O Lord, with your heavenly grace. Strengthen them in their trials and temptations. Grant them courage in the perils they face, an abiding sense always of your nearness.
The pledge says you are promising to be true to the United States of America. And I think we should start today like we have been for years. God bless America. Thank you.
Last year, as a city, we joined many cities across the country in becoming a commemorative partner in recognizing the 50th anniversary of the Vietnam War. And we've made a commitment to recognize that milestone at least 6 different occasions over a 3-year period. It included us unveiling last year a POW/MIA Chair of Honor that now stands permanently inside our City Hall. And we've also honored many Vietnam-era vets with a special lapel pin.
Fine young men who served their country with pride and honor, but never returned home to family and loved ones. Vietnam servicemen and women never asked for any type of special treatment or honors. We only wanted to do our duty to our country. Many were drafted, most volunteered. Few complained. All wanted to do their best, have your buddies back, accomplish your mission, and make it home.
To recognize that milestone at least 6 different occasions over a 3-year period. It included us unveiling last year a POW.
Hello? What do you mean, where am I? I'm looking at the wonderful Greek art. Oh my God, I almost forgot. Well, guys, we got to get over to the Shaw Center. The Greek Annunciation Orthodox Church is having their 100th anniversary gala, an incredible establishment here in Brockton, and it's a great party. Let's go over to the Shaw Center and check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the parish council, and members of the parish, welcome to our 100-year anniversary for the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church.
This is an official citation. Be it known that the Mayor of Brockton hereby extends his congratulations to the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church in recognition of your 100th anniversary. For a century, the Annunciation Greek Orthodox Church has been a vital part of the city of Brockton. The Greek population of our city is significant to Brockton's continuous growth, and this church has played a role in that since its inception in 1916. We're honored that for 100 years you've called Brockton home and hope that you continue for 100 more. Therefore, it gives me great pleasure to present this citation to you as a symbol of our appreciation. And this citation is duly signed by me, the Mayor of the City of Brockton, today, November 5th, 2016. And it's my privilege to present this to both Father Anthony and to Nick Babanikis.
It wasn't an easy task all the way down to this level here tonight. It took a lot of sacrifices, a lot of hard work to come to this point.
As we look back over the past 100 years, it is truly amazing to realize that this parish's history has spanned a century of major world events. The Annunciation was founded during the First World War. Its second decade of existence was during the Roaring Twenties and Prohibition. The 30s brought on the Great Depression, the early 40s, the dark years of the Second World War, this being an extremely difficult time for our Greek immigrants who were cut off from communication with their loved ones in Greece during the Nazi occupation. The 50s brought on the Korean War, as well as the escalation of the Cold War. The 60s, the Vietnam War, as well as societal changes and upheavals, such as the sexual revolution and the drug culture. And without elaborating any further, those of us old enough also recall the issues and challenges that we encountered during the 70s, 80s, 90s, as well as those of the first 2 decades of the current millennium. Throughout these challenging periods of history, the faithful of this parish continue to uphold their Orthodox faith and maintain their Hellenic heritage and culture.
This night belongs to all of you, and as we now are here to celebrate this generation, 2016, we have been honored and given the opportunity to look back and commemorate all that has happened and to celebrate this evening. No, we're not getting married.
Does this look real to you? What the heck? No, definitely not real. I'm supposed to be out here for a scavenger hunt with a Massasoit student named Cameron, and the Wildlands Trust is also supposed to be kind of guiding it. As you can tell, I'm obviously lost. Cameron!
So today we're visiting the trail. This is the Brockton Audubon Trail, which was started by Wildlands Trust. They built the trail here, and basically we have a number of families from the Brockton community, and they're out here to learn about nature, really, and to just enjoy what's out here and what's been built for the community to enjoy. My name's Cameron, as most people know. Hey, Cameron. So basically we were looking to do something that would help out the community, working along with Massasoit and Wildlands Trust to help build this trail that we're going to see in a few minutes. And so we're glad that we had a great turnout.
Cameron is doing this as a school project for Massasoit, and he reached out to me and asked if I would come out and just kind of be here as a representative from Wildlands Trust and hang out with the kids. And I've done a lot of outdoor education in my past as well, so I thought this would be a great time for me to get families out here and kind of expose this property to the people of Brockton who might not know it's here and might not know it's so accessible, which is kind of our goal of being here, is to make it more accessible to the community. So
are fairly common in northern New England, but they were planted in southeastern New England, mostly as a response to the hurricane of 1938. Unfortunately, they're not doing so well now. There's some kind of blight that's affecting them and they're dying. But the white pine is native to this area.
We're having a great time. Everybody seems to be enjoying it, trying to ID some of the plants, mostly trees and shrubs. And we've seen some really cool things. We're doing a scavenger hunt, so we have specific species that we're looking for.
The way I remember white pine is the needles. First of all, they're really soft. They're not like prickly and pointy. You can rub them on your cheek. And there's 5 needles in one bunch if you pull a bunch off the tree. How many letters are in the word white? 5, W-H-I-T-E. This is the only pine that works for.
Here is called witch hazel, and it's the latest flowering tree in this part of New England. And if you look really closely, those little clusters of things, kind of yellowish clusters that are smaller than the leaves, are the actual flowers of the tree. So some of them bloom as late as early December. So if you notice that there are more blue jays around in any given year, it's probably because of the amount of acorns that have been produced that particular year. So when our acorns aren't all that abundant, our blue jays will move down to the mid-Atlantic states for the winter and spend the winter there, and then they'll make the short migration back in the spring.
So 15,000 years ago, all of this part of North America, all of Massachusetts was covered in glaciers, and they basically picked up rocks and dropped them wherever they wanted because they were sheets of ice a mile high up in the air, and they bulldozed anything that they could. So this rock was dropped as the glaciers retreated back to the north when they were melting at the end of the Ice Age. Trees, when they grow, they're actually growing in a spiral. And you can only really see it when the bark's gone after they're dead, but you can kind of see how it's spiraling. And 90% of trees grow in this direction. They spiral to the right. And 10% spiral the opposite way, which is the same proportion of people that are right-handed and left-handed. So, and it's not, it's not to any advantage or disadvantage, it's just genetic. So there's like right-handed trees and left-handed trees. If you ever see a left-handed tree, it's one of only 10%. It's pretty special.
if you want to get involved with Wildlands Trust, we are a nonprofit. We are member and donation supported, so you can become a member on our website, wildlandstrust.org. You can also volunteer. We have lots of volunteer opportunities at the Trust, ranging from doing stuff outside to doing stuff inside in our office in Plymouth. One of our most popular programs that's actually helped to keep Brockton Audubon Preserve really clean is called our Adopt a Preserve program. And so people can adopt a preserve of their choice and walk the trail system once a month. And our volunteers do anything from picking up trash to cutting back the trails, just to letting us know what's going on out there so that they can help kind of be our eyes and ears. You can find out about volunteering and membership and programs at wildlandstrust.org.
Oh, man, I swear I brought a jacket out here with me. It's freezing. Oh, thank goodness. Man, that scavenger hunt was fun, but it is chilly out. Speaking of coats, Jay Miller is bringing us a project called Operation Warm. Columbia Natural Gas and Head Start and Brockton got together to give a ton of kids from the City of Champions some nice warm winter coats. Let's go see what's going on down at Head Start.
Operation Warm is the way that the professional firefighters of Massachusetts and Local 144 Brockton can help out the less fortunate, and we want to bring a smile to their face, and it allows us to, feel good about the community as we always do, but this is a nice thing to do. Usually we're going to an emergency, but now we're bringing smiles to people's faces, so especially kids, which we all love. So, and especially in conjunction with Columbia Gas. We can't thank them enough for what they're doing. Thank you for coming out, I appreciate it. And then we'll just start loading these up, and we got also the mechanic's pickup truck that we'll load up. So don't overload engine 7. But get as much in as you can so we don't lose any of these as we drive the pickup.
I just wanted to say, in my position, I often get calls to deal with problems, and I got the most wonderful call from Columbia Gas that they want to donate 100 coats, winter coats, to the children in our program. What a wonderful thing. I spoke to the board about it. They're excited. And then I learned that we were going to get another 100 coats through the professional firefighters of Massachusetts. So It's an amazing and generous donation to us. And you should know that of all our kids, nearly 20% are homeless. And there are some homeless children right over here to my right. So it's such a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Columbia Gas was the one that set up this whole thing, said they would bring the coach for the kids. They've given self-help money in the past. They've done a lot for self-help and the families that they serve. So this is just part of it, and I think it's one of the greatest things they could do. The money that they're saving, the kids are going to be warm. They're going to have decent coastal wear for the winter. It's a great thing. Can't say enough about it.
Well, Jay Miller was at one of his favorite places, the Council on Aging, for Brockton's Veterans Breakfast. A wonderful meal served for a number of veterans, both past and present. Great attended event. The Council on Aging does wonderful stuff for the community. Let's go check out Jay Miller. I think he got a couple of pancakes, maybe some bacon out of it too.
The sage in bloom is like perfume, deep in the heart of Texas, I know, sir. Reminds me of the one I love, deep in the heart of Texas. I'm Yankee Doodle Dandy, that's it. Yankee Doodle, do or die. A real life nephew of my Uncle Sam, born on the 4th of July. I've got a Yankee Doodle, sweetheart, hey no sir, she's my Yankee Doodle joy. Oh, Yankee Doodle, can't you tell, riding on a pony, I am a Yankee Doodle boy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We pick up the honor guard here.
Yeah, they said they'll jump in behind us.
Honor guard, present. Whoop!
Step back? No. Step back.
Order. Whoop!
I just first want to say what a privilege and an honor it was for me to join Frank in placing that wreath, the World War II veterans. So to all the veterans here, thank you for your service, but particularly Frank, thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, oh, so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the guns bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
At the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, we stand for 2 minutes of silence to honor our fallen, our daughters and sons. They went off to war, to places unknown. They knew not what they'd face. They knew not if they'd return, but they went bravely to keep our homes safe. Please bow your head for 2 minutes for those men and women so brave. It's only 2 minutes for them on this day, but it's their whole lives for us they gave. 2 minutes, please.
So to all the vets, my dad's not here this morning, but he's going to be with me tomorrow. My dad is also a living World War II vet, and we have so few of those guys left. Right here, thank you, sir. So few of those guys left, and they really were the greatest generation, and there'll never be another one like them.
Thank you to our Color and Honor Guard.
It has been another tremendous episode of One North Main. We had an awesome time putting it together for you. We hope you'll come back next week for more great happenings from the City of Champions. Until then, don't forget to check out our website, guys, www.bcatv.org. You can also find some of our content online at youtube.com/The Brockton Channels. For everybody at Brockton Community Access and One North Main, I'm Eamon Conveck.